Do I care about both of them as individual characters? Nope. Do I care about both of them as a couple? Nope. So do I care about that storyline? I don't think so. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing okay and everyone is doing well. Another day, and not even another day, another Love Island review, guys. I actually saw it a couple hours ago. Okay, because you guys know there's a lot of events taking place this week, but I promise if there's no review out on the night of the episode, I will make sure even if I get home at 1 AM, I will catch up, I'll take notes. The following morning I'll record, I'll edit, and I'll post, okay? Because we have to do these reviews together, okay? But if you were in this morning's video as well, you would have also seen that I did drink my Magic Mind drink on camera. Guys, that drink is absolutely amazing. It's filled with nootropics, which pretty much help with clarity and focus and alertness and productivity. Guys, it's literally 10:07, and if I show you the amount of things I had on my to-do list today that I ticked off, I'm telling you, that drink is facts. Okay, so please be sure to check out the description box. The offer actually ends today. Today's the last day of January, so be sure to click the description box and also use my discount code Destiny20. If you do sign up on their website, you get 1 month free, and you also can benefit from 75% off in total. And guys, I'm telling you, the drink works. I ain't gonna lie to you, okay? I'm not gonna lie to you, so definitely be sure to check it out. And let's make 2024 productive together, period. So, today's video, it was okay, I won't lie. Was it okay? Okay, no, I feel like it wasn't even all that great, I'll be honest with you, but we have to get this review going regardless. So let's talk, all right? Let's just in the comments. As I usually and always say, number one, if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe and definitely join the family. Also be sure to follow me on my Instagram and also on my Twitter at Sarah Destiny. Guys, please subscribe. We're literally almost on 28k. I think we're like 7 or 8 away. So yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. Also be sure to follow me on my Instagram and also on my Twitter at Sarah Destiny X. And number 3, as I usually and always say, please get cozy and comfy with your Magic Mind drink, period, and some snacks. And let's get into today's review. So let's start off with a follow-up of yesterday, or today for me, but yesterday for some of you guys. Maya, of course, let them know that, you know, this was just after Liberty and Mitch were dumped. We're going to get into them later. And Maya told them that the boys will have to pick the girl that's going to be dumped, and the girls will have to pick the boys that is going to be dumped. And because Molly and Tom were voted the most favorite couple from the public, they would have the deciding vote. I still ask you guys who voted. I didn't vote. I boldly say I didn't vote, but that ranking from the couples, in my opinion, made no sense. And I feel like the producers literally set them up because those couples, they just didn't make any sense, okay? So we'll start off with some of the conversations before they, of course, booted Tyler and Hannah. Oops, spoiler alert, just letting you know. So, of course, Callum was like, oh, me and G have, you know, really had a good thing going for like 6 days. Okay. Arabella actually made me scream because initially she wanted to vote out Chris, and I'm telling you, all the girls said, nah, that's not it. She really was trying. I think she tried to put it out there thinking the other girls were going to leech on. They said, oops, not today, ma'am. But of course, they weren't ever going to vote out Toby. I feel like Toby's a very, very, very big part of the villa, so they weren't going to vote him out. Tyler as well. Tyler when he was just like, well, the public, you know, they voted us quite high. So that's why I asked, who's voting? Who did you people vote for? Me? I put my hands up that I didn't vote. But who voted for Tyler and Han? Let us know. But of course, we know that the girls end up choosing Tyler. I won't lie, I was kind of shocked. I wasn't expecting it, but at the same time, was I expecting Tyler? I wasn't expecting Tyler, guys. Let's be honest with you. I don't know who I was expecting, but it wasn't Tyler. And the boys chose Hannah. Double gasp. So not much to say other than the fact that you know what? The storyline ended with them yesterday with Hannah locking it off. Listen to what I said. Hannah locked it off, or not Tyler. Hannah locked it off. But you know what? Safe flight to you both. Yeah, safe flight home to you both, because that storyline was hurting our eyes. Okay, cool. Now let's, oh, my eyes. Oh, guys, I need to stop. I don't try to be shady with these things, but I just be talking sometimes. That's why I do reviews anyway. All right, cool. So, of course, we were told already yesterday that 2 new bombshells were entering the villa. Drum roll, please. By the way, I do have to spice up this review because the episode was actually quite lackluster. But Casey from Series 9, you guys definitely remember Casey. Who can forget Casey? And Joanna from Series 5. Who can forget Joanna? So, of course, Anton now decided to go and speak to Georgia H and basically let her know, sorry, that, oh, yeah, I'm just here to let you know that they wanted to let you go, but I said you're here for love. I said you're here for love. And I'm going to get onto it because you guys know Toby done the exact same thing for Kaz, okay? But we'll get into that later because although they done the same thing, I'm telling you, it's completely different. And don't worry, on this review, we're going to unpack it together. So, that was that, right? Georgia H was low-key getting on my nerves, if I'm going to be honest with you, okay? She was kind of getting on my nerves because she was just like, oh, that's really bad. How can they do that? I thought they were my friends. Close it up. Okay. Close it up. But we're going to get into that shortly. So of course now, do I want to get into the mini interview session with Maya Jama and the people that were... I don't think I want to. I don't think there's much to discuss there. Same, the repeated storyline. Mitch, once again, living in Delulu land. He couldn't understand the concept of being messy. He thought he was being quite straightforward. Lib was sitting there. She was in her feelings. Tyler was saying that Hannah has a contagious personality. And Hannah was saying she's just glad to be back, but it just wasn't going to work. So that's that. Tyler also did say, though, that there is no bad blood between him and Kaz. But I've been off that train. I told you guys from early. The second Tyler done the 180 for Hannah, I told you guys I refunded my Kyla train ticket, and I don't, it's okay. Some things are meant to be, some things aren't. I know some of you are still on that train holding on, pressing, you don't want to press the stop button. Stop. Okay? It's okay to let that train go. It's all right. Now, let's move on back to the villa. Casey was talking to the girls, and pretty much she was just having conversations with the girls, you know, trying to understand where are your heads at, how are you? Sorry, guys, I think there's something, I have something in my eye, or it's a strand of my hair. It's kind of driving me insane. Ooh. It should go. Anyway, cool. So Georgia was saying, you know, Georgia loves to shorten her name. She was like, hey, so what's going on with you? I don't know what it is with this girl and shortening it. Mao, Mo, Cal, it's okay. Case is Casey. Just add the Y. Not every name needs to be. For example, my name is Sarah. You can't shorten Sarah. When people call me Says, I get so confused because you could. That same energy you're using for Sarez is the same energy you can use for Saih. Let's not shorten Casey to Case, please. Okay, please. So of course now, she said that she's no longer in a triangle. I'm guessing she's in a line because she's now decided that she's going to stick by her cow. Sophie was saying that she's, I need to stop, but Sophie was saying that she's close to Josh, and Kaz said that of course she's in a friendship couple with Chris. Now Joanna of course was speaking to the guys, and everyone was just pretty much saying the situation that they are in, and Josh of course asked her who her eye is on, and that's definitely because we know that Josh is interested in our good sis Joanna, who looks gorgeous, by the way. She looks really pretty. And I didn't have a problem with Joanna on her season. I didn't have a problem with Joanna on her season. So yeah, anyway. But yeah, told her to describe her type, and she said she's honestly just really big on personality and all of that. The camera did keep panning to Chris, and Chris was just literally looking at her like he's seen the love of his life. And when she of course walked away, Toby was like, you like her, don't you? And he was like, yeah, like honestly she's perfect, she's everything. So it'll be very interesting to see how that continues to grow over the next couple of episodes. Now moving back to Anton and Georgia. So she wanted more information. Give me the tea. Who said they don't want me here, etc, etc. And Anton started saying names, and Georgia started saying, I'm annoyed, I'm this, those are my friends. The truth of the matter is everyone had to give an opinion for someone to go home. If some people thought you were the weakest link, then some people thought you were the weakest link. Now also at the same time, simultaneously, Toby was now speaking to Kaz, firstly to check on her because he knows that her bestie of course has been booted from the villa. And then Toby of course told Kaz that, you know, Anton specifically voted for her to go, and of course that was a shock to Kaz. But let me tell you the difference between Anton and Toby in the situation. The difference is Anton done what he done slyly, and the reason why is because we know that Anton still wants to continue to get to know Georgia H. So he pretty much went to Georgia like, oh, by the way, everyone said this, but guess what? I had your back. I have your back. You want love in this villa, I'm gonna be here for you. Toby on the other hand done it because actually I'm your friend. I don't want to get to know you romantically on that type of level or anything like that, and I just want you to be careful because you know that that Anton and Kaz clearly have a really good friendship. So I'm just letting you know, I'm warning you, sister me. Okay, I'm warning you that you're a little buddy. Be careful of the things that you say, okay? Like I said, you remember I told you guys what my mom says? Snake in the grass, okay? Snakes in the grass. So yeah, although they've done the same thing, guys, it actually is completely different when you apply that context to it, okay? Just putting it out there, in my opinion anyway. Let me know if you agree, disagree down below, but that's definitely what I think. Now moving on to Casey and Georgia, the girls are talking, and Georgia pretty much said that her and Casey had history all the way up to November, and pretty much he jappered. So they were talking, something good was going on between them, and then she actually felt really heartbroken. So it is actually quite weird with him being in the villa. But when she did actually went to go and speak with Casey around the fire pit, he didn't really look too bothered. It felt, and I feel like some guys are like this anyway, when relationships or situationships kind of break down, they turn so heartless, and it's almost like Casey didn't even really care that Georgia was speaking. He was just like, oh yeah, like, I didn't go shoot, but oh, okay, yeah. And then he was smiling and then looking around. Casey as well, very good looking guy. He's cute. But yeah, I feel like Georgia's definitely still in her feelings, and they are going to 100% try and see what they can do with that storyline. Let's move on to Chris now. So Chris and Georgia are having a conversation, and of course, and Georgia snitched pretty much that, you know, Anton told me that there were some guys, and Chris was just fuming. He was just like, what? Why would he do that? No, that's breaking bro code. That's breaking bro code. You're not supposed to tell. You're not supposed to ditch. You're not supposed to that. So he now calls Anton over. Anton's now sitting down. They're all down the fire pit. And what made me laugh was Chris was like, what if I told Kaz? Quang, quang, quang. Toby's really done it, babe. He was just like, oh, that's not nice. If that's not nice, what if I told Kaz knows? Kaz knows. And I'm glad that Kaz knows, so that she doesn't do too much chummy with Anton, who she thought was her bestie in that villa. And that's, like I said, that's why I said it's different, because we know that Anton actually wants to get to know Georgia like that. We know Toby doesn't want to get to know Kaz, and was just genuinely looking out for his friend. But of course, yeah, they ended up hashing it out, and Anton, I guess, low-key apologized, but yeah, Anton knew what he was doing, guys. Let's not act like delirious or delusional here. We know that Anton 100% knew what he was doing. That's that. Now let's move on to Anton and Joanna having a conversation. They were just talking because you guys know they were on the same season together. And Anton definitely does want to get to know Joanna, and we will speak about that more in the following day, which is now. So let's get into some of the morning chats. Just a few. Casey said that he has his eye on Sophie, Molly, and Georgia. He said that they met at the end of summer, so I'm presuming probably end of summer 2023, but nothing pretty much formulated from it. So it's interesting to kind of hear his version of events compared to hers, because from hers it's almost like, we were talking, we were good, and you just broke my heart. And he's just like, well, we were talking, but it wasn't really like that. So we'll see what happens in the coming episodes. Anton said it's time for him to take a trip to Johannesburg. Oh God. Is that line that someone said once, like, are you from Jamaica because you're Jamaican me crazy, or you're Jamaican me crazy, something like that. Those lines, it's okay. Okay, it's actually all right. Of course, Toby was now talking. What was so funny now? So Toby and the guys were talking, and Toby was like, yeah, like, Anton, proper snitching to George. Babe, movie night will come and you will be so shocked. So you can't talk too much. You can't talk too much in this villa. It's almost like Toby was like, oh, what? Why did Anton tell George? Why did you tell Kaz? Because that's what they can say. Obviously, like I said, with the context, you kind of see things differently, but anyone can literally just say the same thing. My camera's flashing. Let's try and get through this review. I don't know why it's flashing, because I definitely charged that battery. Anyway, yeah, so that's that. Now let's move on to Casey now talking to Tom about wanting to get to know Molly. From what I remember, Casey, okay, let me see what I'm gonna say. Or should I? Yeah, I don't mind. Let me leave it. Sarah, not you talking to yourself. From what I remember, I'm just gonna say it. From what I remember in Casey's season, he just didn't act on his own. That's what I'm going to say. And I don't want it to come across like in this season, especially in the All-Star season, that he's come back and he's still on that same wavelength in terms of not thinking for himself. And I know that sounds really bad, guys. I'm so sorry. But if you remember his season, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like they were pulling strings and Casey was moving. But anyway, he went to go and sit down with Tom, like, oh yeah, I want to get to know your girl. And what was really weird was Tom was like, you didn't even need to tell me, bro. You could have just, what do you mean? You did, like, that would have been so snaky if he didn't come and tell you. But Casey was just like, bro, what do you mean? No, you're my brother. You're my bro. You're my brother. How can I do that? You're my brother. You're my brother. But yeah, I don't know why Tom said that, because you would have wanted him to tell you if he was going to crack on with the girl that you're interested in. Let's be for real. Casey did also say, though, that he does like Sophie and would like to also speak with Kaz. Now, next scene was Kaz and Casey talking, having a chin wag. Kaz is a beautiful babe, and I just really want someone to come in for her. And if no one comes in for her, I just hope she has a beautiful tan. And when she gets out, you know, she starts, you know when black people go in the sun, the skin just glows. Like, we already glow naturally, but then even it just glows even more. If that's all Kaz is in South Africa to receive right now, I'm fine with it. And I wish her all the best when she comes out of the villa, because it's like they're not bringing in anyone that is really for her in that villa. Sorry guys, my lips are dry. But yeah, they were literally just having a conversation, and then you guys know there was a sculpture in the villa of a gorgeous body, and he was like, is that your body? And let's be honest, Kaz's body is tea. So yeah, that's that. Now moving on to Joanna and Anton talking, and essentially they're going to give it a try. So Anton may or may not, he actually might make it to Johannesburg, love. But yeah, of course you guys remember they were on the same season, and I think Joanna's point of view was the fact that, you know, she has a lot of male friends. She finds it very easy to accidentally, you know, friend zone them, and maybe there is some scope for them to actually get to know each other and obviously just see where it goes. So it'll be very interesting to see how that goes. But I don't think Anton is Joanna's type. type, if I'm going to be honest with you. Last but not least, let's move on to Sophie and Chris. Sophie and Chris and Josh and Joanna. Okay, so of course Sophie and Chris were having a conversation, and she said that she feels like she has a stronger connection with Josh. So essentially she was looking it off like, you know what, I've seen you try and everything, but honestly I just feel like I'm more better suited for Josh, and that's how I want it to be. Meanwhile, the person that she's advocating for is having a different conversation with a different girl. It's not looking good, love. But of course, Joanna and Josh were not having a conversation, and he was like, yeah, me and Sophie are good, but honestly, I'm open. You know how the guys are. They're always like this on this Love Island show. I'm open though, just letting you know I'm open. The door's open. If you want to come in, you can come in. Lock the door if you want. Like, the door's open. So he was pretty just like, yeah, like, you know, me and Sophie are really good or whatever, but I am open to getting to know other people, and I would be very open to getting to know you and everything like that. And it was just a contrast in the conversation. Oh, big up the producers for that editing. I really like that, you know, it was going from one to the other, and it's just like, wow, whilst one is looking it off, another person is actually egging it on. So will be quite interesting to see how that pans out over the next couple of days. As you guys know, we did get a tomorrow night, and they are going to play, I think, Never Have I Ever, and then one of the Never Have I Evers is I've Never Ghosted an Islander, and then there's a whole situation with Georgia H and Casey talking. Do I care about both of them as individual characters? Nope. Do I care about both of them as a couple? Nope. So do I care about that storyline? I don't think so. But if you guys do, as always, let me know down below. But yeah, guys, I think today's review was actually quite quick because the episode wasn't anything too fancy or special. But we'd love to get your feedback and your comments down in the description, but not description, comment section as below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Like I did mention in today's video, both this one and the previous one, please be sure to check out the Magic Mind drink link down below, and also use my discount code Sarah, my discount code Destiny20. If you do sign up on their website, you do get 1 month free, period, and with my discount code you can also get a total of 75% off. And guys, I'm telling you, the drink works. Look at me. Why do you think I'm so active when I do these reviews? Gosh, something is working, okay? But yeah, so please be sure to check out the link in my description box and also use my discount code. But other than that, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I am going to a surprise birthday tomorrow, actually. So my review for tomorrow will be out on possibly Friday morning. If not, I'll try and get it out as soon as I can, even if it's Thursday late at night, but we'll see. Nonetheless, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Please take care, stay blessed, and I shall see you tomorrow. Bye.